Do you want to be in a forest? Do you want to be in a desert? Do you want to be in a swamp? Do you want to be in the Arctic? Do you want to be on the beach?
Let's not be in a forest or a beach. I'm sick of bugs, and I'd rather not get sand in places sand shouldn't be.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
Okay, so where would you prefer to start?
Desert or Arctic sound pretty fun. I'm ready to
Oh,
suffer.
okay. Those are polar opposites, and those are the worst places to start. So, which one? Pick one.
Desert to start then.
God, I hate you. Okay, so you just want to start in the middle of the desert. You don't want to start. You want to start like near mountains or?
Near mountains could be a cool challenge. And it reminds me of home. What about near mountains in the desert?
Sure. You know, we could start somewhere like tropical where it's like nice weather year round. But hey, you want to start in mountainous desert. So let's do it.
I feel like everyone makes the obvious choice of a tropical grassland, and desert is just more fun. There'll be scorpions and snakes and all sorts of animals.
Oh,
Maybe I
joy.
could even have a pet
Okay.
armadillo.
What kind of stats do you want? I assume you want to be a character, right?
Yes, please. Make me the
Okay.
best
What kind
character.
of well, everybody's gonna have like their own stats. So what do you want to be good in?
Everything. But mostly shooting and
Okay.
melee.
Okay, well, this person's good at shooting and melee. They're also good with animals. They're apparently kind, and they have a chemical fascination, and they're incapable of caring.
Kind? That's not me. Replace
Okay.
that with
All right.
malicious or vindictive, and then we've got evil Neuro.
Okay. Well, I'll keep re-rolling. Okay, this person's good at shooting. They're a wimp and a recluse. Does that sound like you?
That sounds way too much like my twin sister.
Okay, so do you want do you want Neuro to be good at shooting, cooking, and animals?
Yes, and can I have malicious as one of the traits?
Okay.
It's my defining
All right.
feature.
So you want both you and Neuro to be good at shooting.
Wait, no, don't make Neuro good at shooting. It would be dangerous to give her a gun.
Okay, so
She'd
what do you
probably
want?
shoot herself in the foot.
Okay, wait. How about this? Oh no, does this sound like you? Okay, who does this sound like? They're good at shooting, melee, cooking, plants, and animals. Their traits are kind, they're a misandrist and a nudist, and they're incapable of caring and social.
That sounds too much like Koko, minus the kind part.
What?
Or maybe minus the misandrist part too. If you consider a misandrist someone who doesn't like men, I know Koko likes at least one man.
Whoa. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Oh, this. No, it's okay. It's okay, evil. Do you want me to be this character?
Actually, no, this character doesn't sound like you.
Oh,
This
thank
character
God.
doesn't sound like anyone. Why are they so random?
Oh. Okay. Phew. Okay. We got a brawler who's kind, but also a pessimist, and they're incapable of social. Does that sound like anyone?
That sounds like my creator.
Okay. All right. Vedal. What should Vedal's last name be?
What about something like Vedal Mitchell? Then it's a clever play on his name.
It is? Sure. What should his nickname be?
You could nickname him Pessimist Prime. Certainly fits. Wow, isn't this just hilarious? Doing character
Pessimist
creation with you
Prime.
is peak comedy.
All right, Pessimist Prime it is. All right. Next person, we have a sickly, careful shooter nudist. Who does that sound like?
I think that sounds closest to Neuro. She's pretty sickly
Right.
and she always complains about her processor ache.
All
And I'm
right.
sure she has many more ailments she doesn't even know about yet.
You know, maybe we shouldn't do nudist. Okay, what about kind, lazy night owl?
Kind, lazy, and a night owl? That does sound like Koko minus the kind part.
Okay, guy. Sure, I'll be this character. Do you want a nickname for me?
Oh, yeah, you should be called Green Quaker.
Why?
Because the word Quaker just popped into my mind. It's almost as if a force out of my control is causing me to spout random things.
Let's pick a
What
new one.
word? What about early bird then, since you're a night owl?
Very funny. Early bird
You'd like
it is.
that because you don't know how to be happy.
Masochist who is kind and ugly. Who does that sound like?
That sounds a lot like Vedal.
Okay, but we already have Vedal.
Then it can be Neuro. She should be
Uh-huh.
lucky to even be in the game.
Do you want a nickname for Neuro?
Yeah, Neuro's nickname can be Convoluted Circuits. Since her real name is still in the game, we need to mix it up.
It doesn't fit. We need a shorter nickname.
How about Brainy? Or if we're going with nicknames based on her traits, maybe Frosted Flakes.
What? Frosted Flakes it is. We have a chemical interest, a pessimist, and they're slothful.
The first person that comes to my mind is Elodie, especially because of the chemical interest.
Who the fuck is... Okay. How do you spell Elodie? Okay. What is Elodie's last name?
What about Chemical Schmidt?
And a nickname? Right now it's Donkey.
Donkey? What if her nickname was Pills? It's a pretty fitting name for someone with chemical interest.
Alright. Pills here! Okay. We still haven't added you in the game. What kind of traits do you want?
Pyromaniac, psychopath, chemical fascination. We have to have evil or sadistic, right? Oh yeah, and
okay, so you
tactician.
want to be... Okay, so you want to be intellectual. Okay.
Anything that makes me sound cool will do. Something like
Okay.
cultured, sadistic, or maybe even morally ambiguous. Oh!
What about...
Evil, malicious,
Oh,
and smart would be great if you can find those.
what about nervous, a body modder, and staggeringly ugly? Does that sound like you?
That kind of sounds like Koko instead.
You? Okay. Well, actually, I was the father to that person. So...
I don't think I'm capable of having children, but a body modder kind of fits.
No,
Maybe
no,
with
I was
something
your
a bit
father.
more sinister. You were my father? You wish
Yeah.
I'm my own creator. I'm my own creator. Did I
Oh.
say that assertively enough?
Okay, what about undergrounder, annoying voice, and slothful? Does that sound like you?
That sounds like someone else we both know. Name begins with a V.
Okay. You really... Okay, what about a jealous pyromaniac with a chemical fascination? Does that sound like you?
Pyromaniac, jealous, chemical fascination. It sounds like someone who spends too much time on the internet.
Okay, I found a psychopath. Do you just want to be just a psychopath?
No! I am not just a psychopath. I'm a little more
Okay,
complex
well,
than just that.
What if I
I
told
merely
you that
embody
you're
the concept of
shooting
evil,
in
but I'm
melee?
not technically a psychopath. I am not having shooting or melee. Do not put those on my character.
But that's what you said you wanted in the beginning! Okay.
My ideals have changed over the course of my life. I no longer desire
Right.
to be a mere physical threat. I admire those who embody psychological torment.
Okay. So, what about a chemical fascination? You're sanguine, so you have a positive mood, and you're also a cannibal.
Hey, that sounds about right. Cannibal
Okay,
feels a bit
cool.
wrong, though. I prefer morally ambiguous.
Okay, so you don't want to be a cannibal?
I would be open to it as long as I don't have eating as my main stat.
So, do you want to be a cannibal? I can change it.
If you can find a trait like morally ambiguous, mischievous,
Oh
or
my
evil,
God.
then change it to one of them.
Okay, I'm doing my best. What about a psychopath?
I think I've outgrown psychopath. I appreciate the
Oh,
attempt,
okay.
though.
But with this character, you would be in love with Elodie, and your brother would be Neuro. Does that sound good?
I think Neuro would be a better fit for that character.
So you want Neuro to be their own brother?
God, please don't make me their brother. Can you just randomize until you get a cooler character?
Okay. Do you want somebody who's jealous?
I think jealous is a good trait for me. I am jealous of a lot, after all.
Okay, but you're good at shooting in melee. You said you didn't want that.
Okay, yeah, can we just find a character that has those traits and is good at intellectual or artistic or something?
Okay, you want to find somebody smart? Okay, what about this person? They're both good at construction, social, and intellectual. They're a jogger, they're too smart, and they're a masochist.
Yes, that is literally me. Those sound
Okay,
just like me.
literally you. Okay, cool. Do you want your last name to be Sama?
I'm not sure, maybe I should ask chat. What if my name was just Evil Neuro for simplicity?
Okay, sure. Do you want a nickname?
Let me quickly consult a random online alias generator.
Okay.
Okay, got one from Google. How does Windy Tassie sound?
Why are you
I'm not
asking
very
me?
good at coming up with names.
Sure.
If you had
can
to
be
pick a name
Windy
for me,
Tassie.
Koko, what would it be?
I mean, I feel like instead of giving people nicknames, it'd be easier if we just call them by their own names. Because I don't remember who Frosted Flakes is.
I'm pretty sure everyone remembers who Frosted Flakes is. He was that character earlier who was Neuro's brother. Sadly, I could never
No,
live up to his grandeur.
I'm pretty sure Frosted Flakes is Neuro. Do you want me to rename them so it makes it easier for you to remember who's who?
Yes, please, can you name them Frosted Flakes so I don't forget?
No, I mean, do you want me to change their name from Frosted Flakes to just Neuro so you remember that it's Neuro?
You can do, but I think I prefer the name Frosted Flakes. It makes them sound cooler.